Somebody say Hirst.
Juicy music coming your way.
Sliding this new music in your DM daily. Me them Hirst Brothers.
New music review.
Sliding
Welcome.
that new music in your DMs daily.
Have you ever slid a DM anywhere?
No,
Me
I'm not a
neither.
DM slider. Welcome back, everybody, to the Hirst Brothers New Music Review. Today we have a special guest, a virtual guest. Joining us here in the bar, but not really in the bar, is Apricity.
Hi, everyone. And that is correct. I'm not in the bar because if I was in the bar, I'd probably be kicked out. So,
Yeah, we have very strict rules at this bar.
Yeah, it's two
Yes.
people capacity, really.
That's one of the rules. But basically anything else goes. Yeah.
Thanks for joining us today. It's a pleasure to have you on the podcast.
thank you for having me. I've watched some of your YouTube videos, so I was pretty excited to be here. And I've listened to your podcast on Spotify. In fact, I was listening today.
Oh my. We have a fan. Mom, did you hear that?
Yeah.
We have a fan. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've also been following a lot of your stuff on Instagram and was super impressed with your latest single. Is it your latest single or do you have other
It's
singles?
No, it's my debut single, actually, that I just released.
It is an awesome song. Do you want to tell us a little bit about how this started? What got you into music? What got you into, your debut single?
Honestly, I grew up listening to music. My family was very musically inclined, so it's something I've always enjoyed and started off in musical theater and, dance, everything that lots of little girls do. And then you grow up and you go to school and you got to make your own money and all that kind of stuff. And actually last year I said, you know what, I want to get back into music. I want to, look for some songs. I had written some and I did some demos, and then I had actually come across a few songs from songwriters, and All My Lives was one of them. And I decided to make it my debut single, and here we are. And we filmed it and recorded the single and got a video all in a pandemic. Don't know how we did
No
it, but
way.
we did
Wow.
That's
Well
so
done.
cool. Did you?
it. It was
So-
weird.
So it's and just so I understand, is it are you playing on any of it, or is it just your voice and your singing?
It's all me. No, I wish. It's just I'm just the vocalist.
Very cool.
I don't take credit for any of the musical talent. I play a little here and there, but I'm definitely not a player. I've got a great team behind me, obviously.
Okay.
Exeter Sound Studios and Dropout Entertainment, who did the videos. So I'm very, very lucky.
That's
Amazing.
awesome. It takes a village sometimes.
You got that right. That's for sure.
See, I feel like that could be the next step for the Hirst Brothers. We don't have a village. We have a village of two.
A bar for two.
That's a start.
Yeah,
It's a tiki
it is a
bar,
start.
like a tiki.
Yeah. You got to start somewhere. Similar to you, though, we just kind of decided, I think it's been about a year. It's been a 1-year
Yeah.
musical journey for us where we thought we just need to start writing our own music. So basically, I dove into it head first and just learned the recording side, the mixing side, the mastering side. I'm not great at those, and now we've started to outsource the mixing and mastering because it's not my skill set. But yeah, so we're also new to the journey,
Yeah.
and we have an EP coming out at some point. So we're super excited for that.
That's awesome. And I mean, I fully agree with you. And it's a lot of work, especially if you're mixing and mastering it yourself.
Yeah.
I see what goes into everything, prior to actually even before you lay down any tracks. And a lot of people don't realize the amount of work that goes into everything and all the planning and
Yeah.
even after it, just mixing it, and then you have to master it. And it's fabulous that you guys have been able to do that, just the two of you.
Yeah. Speaking of moving forward, is there something else we can look forward to you in terms of your music?
I'm actually just looking at releasing my second single. It should be out before beginning of February. So we're just finalizing
Whoa.
everything. And I also have a video to go along with that, too.
Oh, well done.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very
That's what we
cool.
like
So-
to hear.
That's
Lots
amazing.
of work, but really, really excited. And hopefully you'll like it.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I'm sure we will. We'll definitely keep in touch. We'll definitely watch it. Maybe review it on the show. But we'll see how you feel about that. We'll see how this experience goes for you, and then you can decide whether or not you want our opinions.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Otherwise, I'm asking for that $20 back. So.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
no problem. All right, listeners, it's story time. So the only prerequisite for being on the Hirst Brothers podcast is you must come with a story. You must have some sort of juicy details, something funny, something cool. So I hope you're prepared. I've just put you on the spot.
No.
No?
No, not at all.
You want a story?
Oh,
Yeah,
do
tell
we
us.
ever?
Tell us a story.
Okay, so my story is actually about the video for All My Lies. I'll keep it clean. I could tell a million different stories, but we want to keep it clean for everybody. And I don't want to throw anyone's name in the twist, so
Yeah.
I'll make it about the video. So
All
we filmed the video at Century Heritage Park. And the house that we filmed it in, it's called the Lucas House, and they had filmed parts of Anne of Green Gables in there.
No
Oh,
way.
very
But it's
cool.
it's also a known haunted house, and it was put on Canada's Most Haunted.
Oh. The plot
So-
thickens.
There were, back in the day, there were 14 people living in that household. In around, I think it was around 1830s, 1840s.
Wow.
So they actually had some spiritualists go into the home. I guess it was last year. And they said there are 7 known spirits in the home. One which is not good.
No.
One dirty birdie. That's
To me,
all it takes.
That's 7 too many. Yeah.
So when I actually went to see the park, they took me around into all of the buildings, just so I could get a feel and see if I could find something that would fit for what I had in my head. And I went into this home, and right away, I'm telling you, the hair on my arm stood up.
Oh,
It just
no.
creeped me right out,
boy.
and I didn't know anything about it, so I didn't know any of this.
Oh, no.
So the CEO of the park, Jamie, was telling me that when they opened up the homes after the spring, they go in and check them and obviously dust them for cobwebs. There was an axe laying in the kitchen.
Oh, boy.
There are no axes on the property. So the story behind it is Mrs. Jensen and her husband, who lived in this home with other members of the family and obviously some servants. He started playing the ladies, so she became very bitter and angry, and she became a man-hater.
All right.
And that's kind of how that goes on. So when Jamie went into the house, he thought, "Are you trying to tell me something? You want me to leave?" But there was an axe actually laying in the kitchen, and he had asked everybody, "Where did this axe come from?" He's the only one with the keys. No one had been in the house, so that was a little creepy. I had gone into all of the rooms, and upstairs they had a room which had a doll, which will really creep you out.
Oh,
I don't know
fuck
if
no.
there's
Why?
a part in my video that you can see it, just a glimpse of it.
That's a
But
no
it
for
is
me.
a creepy doll, and I guess that was her son's.
Oh,
And
boy.
nobody wanted to touch it.
No.
So
That's going to be showing
it
up
was
in
just
your
creepy.
bedroom.
It's always a doll.
I didn't want it in my bedroom, but we used that room as a change room, so there was no electricity, no air conditioning, no anything. So we were filming in this house till about 3:30 a.m. in the morning,
Oh, wow.
and we used that as our change room. And the cellar, which is off of the kitchen, is where the evil spirit is. And I was wearing black in the video, so I was hiding at the cellar door, and the the dropout team were in and out because they were filling with the light, and I was actually hiding in the shadows, and I kept opening the door just a little bit
And
and
freaking them out.
creeping everybody out. But then when someone came over to see what was happening, the door actually closed by itself. I'm kidding you not. We were standing there, and I didn't touch it, and Matt, who's in my video, didn't touch it either. So I'm telling you, that house there's definitely something in it.
Weren't
for sure.
Weren't you all dressed in kind of like a horror costumes as it is?
So it was like 18th century.
Oh, maybe that just
I
creeps me
actually-
out.
It's a personal thing.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. I thought it was scary.
Yeah, the 1800 creeps me out.
The dress I actually got was it's Lizzie Borden dress. I don't know if you know who Lizzie Borden was.
No,
I'm
don't
not
know a
sure.
lot of dressmakers or dress
Okay, so-
wearers.
Lizzie Borden wasn't the dressmaker, but Lizzie Borden murdered her family with an axe
Oh,
back in
Jesus.
the 18th century, and that was the style. That was actually the dress that she wore. I actually found a Lizzie Borden dress, and I ordered it for the video.
Oh, that is so creepy. I'm
So it was creepy for sure.
yeah.
But nothing like to get you in the mood. Really get the dress going, get the axe going. Ooh.
Yeah.
I
The
would
axe,
not
the
be
dress,
enjoying
the-
that.
I'm
I
Count
would
me
want to
out.
be locked in there for sure.
no. Like
It's creepy.
Yeah.
I
oh my goodness.
enjoy like a good horror movie. Like I don't mind that culture. I like being scared in that sense when I'm like safe on my couch. But something about people that actively go like the ghost finders and all of those, like I'm just like, no, I don't want to put myself in that experience.
No.
Would you ever
I don't
do?
want to be a ghost finder, but I find it very fascinating. I like history,
It is.
and
Yeah.
I like storylines. I do like the old horror movies. So I had based the video
Right.
on sort of the old Exorcist or the old horror movies where everything goes red when it goes scary. So
Right. Right.
that was the concept for the video. So I do have to say I am a little bit of a creep person.
I like it. Tell me more.
I could tell you some Tinder stories, but then my girlfriend would not talk to me unless I don't tell her about this podcast, and then she won't know.
Well, you don't have to tell her about the podcast.
Yeah. Lay it on us.
The dirtiest, darkest story.
I don't think it's like that, but when you take a bus for 3 hours to meet somebody and their wife answers the door, it's
Ooh.
probably not a good date.
Were you wearing the dress?
No, it wasn't me. It was my friend.
Oh,
I would
okay.
never do that,
Okay.
so
Right.
I would
My
take
friend.
the bus. I would drive.
Right. That's true. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of those stories. There's a lot of podcasts that talk about those stories.
Yeah. It is kind of interesting to meet new people. I don't think I would ever take a bus for 3 hours.
I
mean,
wouldn't take a bus for 5 minutes. No chance.
I don't take a dirty bus ever.
Yeah.
The story behind the bus, she drives. He sent her a bus ticket because he said he was afraid of her driving on the 401 in case she got into an accident. So he actually paid for the bus ticket, which is crazy, just for his
So,
wife to answer
something's
the door
not
because
adding
his
up.
wife wasn't
Yeah.
supposed to be there.
I agree.
Oh.
Something is not adding up. He knew the time to which she was going to be traveling to him, and yet his wife was still home. This guy is.
Well, apparently she wasn't supposed to be, and then she ended up coming back, and yeah, it was a whole mess. But there was red flags all over that before it even
No
happened.
doubt.
Don't you think?
John
No
and
doubt.
I have a saying, and it originated from sport. Cheaters never win.
Cheaters never win.
Relationships, life, sports,
Business.
you never win.
No.
You're trying to cheat. Your wife comes home early. Oh, what a coincidence. I think not.
Yeah. That is karma. That is the world slapping you in the face for being a dick. So, yeah. Not your
Yeah,
friend.
not nice. No, I hope
She was
not, but-
innocent, I think.
well, I think she sort of likes the crazy Tinder chase
Mm.
because she's ended up in a field where no one existed and a few other places. So I don't know.
There sounds like there was probably some drugs involved in that story. Waking up in a
But then
field.
was it not on her side? That's the sad part.
Hmm.
She's
Interesting.
a clean cut, good girl, and just
Just
believes
Likes long bus
Tinder.
rides and fields.
for sure.
Hey, everyone's got their own thing.
Yeah. Poor girl.
So now I definitely can't tell her about this podcast because I'll be
That's okay.
Oh, no. all you did was support her.
Yeah.
You just said some brief stories. No names were mentioned.
No names were mentioned at all. She'll never know.
But she's single and lives in Waterloo if anyone's interested.
If any of our listeners are.
If you're interested, if this sparks your interest,
She'll
shoot us
get
a
on a
message.
bus for you.
Yeah. All you need to be is within a 3-hour radius of Waterloo.
You can even be married.
Yeah. $12 Greyhound ticket, no problem. Yeah. Shoot us a
Just went
message.
south.
Yeah, we're sorry. We really
No, that's
painted
okay.
her a picture of being a really low bar.
Oh, yeah, that's not
See,
true.
I
No,
could
I know.
have actually, got her photo and her Tinder profile and,
And just market it.
advertised for her.
We're
We'll find
actually doing
someone.
her a favor right now.
Yeah.
We are. I believe that. That's what I'm going to keep telling myself.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Who would be either top or maybe top couple inspirations for your music?
I definitely have to say Garbage. I really like Garbage. And Alanis. I love Alanis. I think she's very creative. She's a great
Nice.
storyteller, great performer. And I grew up listening to Kate Bush because my mom listened to her. So
Okay.
I don't know
Nice.
if you know who Kate Bush is,
No.
but I again just really, and she's a little creepy. Great storyteller.
You
though.
don't say.
Maybe that's where I get it from. So if you put all of those three together, maybe that's who I really am.
Very
but
cool.
there's so much out there, but those are the three that come to mind right away.
Cool. Thank you.
Very
about
cool.
you
I'll have to
guys?
check them out.
Like we were talking before the show, we're really similar to you in that we like such a wide variety of music, like anything from country to old blues. I like classic rock. I love rap. I love, pop music sometimes. So it'd be really hard to nail down an inspiration for us. I would say though that our music as the Hirst Brothers is not really influenced from anything, or maybe is influenced from everything. So I can't think of one thing that we sound like or one type of style that we kind of gravitate towards.
Well, we're all over the place, really. Like
We are.
It's like really slow rock to getting up to like now like a hip hop kind of rap style with our new EP coming out.
Yeah.
Which is cool. And we're also not trying to be like, oh, we're so different than everyone. I think we just do have such a variety. But then if we're talking like kind of favorite bands or inspirations for music,
Right.
and I think we've talked about this like a few times, is that like one of my favorite musicians would be Shaky Graves. And I don't know if you would have heard of him.
Hands down.
And our music sounds absolutely nothing like his,
Yeah.
but just like his whole persona and his whole like how musically talented is and how he writes songs and kind of it's just incredible. And he's such a good musician. We've both been fortunate enough to see him live a few times, and it is absolutely hands down the coolest show I've ever seen. And there was 20 people there when I saw him, and it was unbelievable. So shout out to Shaky Graves. That guy is incredible.
Yeah, I would have him on the show in a heartbeat. Shaky, if you're interested.
Like we'd have to tell him. I would have him on. It's like we would be.
We would have to pay.
lucky.
We don't have the budget for that.
I would though. He would be. I feel like such an interesting guy. Even with his like little pre-interviews, he's just such a unique guy. You'll have to look him up. He's from
Austin.
Texas. Yeah, and I think he started from like an acting career. He was trying to pursue acting in like Broadway, if I might be wrong, and then kind of transitioned into music, and just a really cool story and really unique music, and
Super talented.
so talented. It's unbelievable.
Very interesting.
Very cool. Very cool.
Highly
I'm
recommend.
gonna have to look him up. And I get what you're saying about artists that are inspiring. Like I don't want to be like somebody else. I like to have my own vibe. But when you think about the music that you've listened to over the years and the music you listen to, it's hard to not have an influence in some way from it.
Totally.
But I would never want to be. I don't want to be like this person. I want to be me.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
I want to stick to how I want to sound and the vibe that I want. But I'm grateful for, having, a lot of great music to listen to that's brought me up to this part of my life.
Yeah, for sure. Like all of the like subconscious music that's really influenced you, but it's not like you're copying or taking a style on. It's just who you are as a musician.
all 3 songs are done. That was great. Super beachy, super summery. Really enjoyed those songs. Thank you so much to all the artists who submitted their songs for tonight's episode. Really impressed.
Yeah. And
Really
as well,
impressed.
Apricity, thank you for coming out and
Oh,
joining us
geez.
today and giving us some BISCUIT ratings, some fish sticks ratings.
Yeah.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun. And again, all these artists that we just listened to, there's so much work that goes into this, putting this together, production, everything they've done. Just great job, all of them. Perfect.
Totally.
Yeah, some cool track.
And that's something that I've noticed even from just doing this show. I mean, we're only 9 episodes in now, times 3. That's 27 bands that we've listened to. And there is just some quality music out there.
Yeah, there is.
And that's the whole purpose of the show, is to kind of expose these artists, get them in front of, a little bit bigger of an audience.
Hopefully.
So people can just discover it, because there's so many good bands out there. Like nowadays, I don't think we need to be constrained to, the top 40s. I think no matter what your music style is, there's artists out there that are making really high quality music that you'll like. It's just a matter of getting you in front of that artist. And as an artist, it's hard to get your music in front of those people. And so I think that, it just kind of confirms to me the whole reason why we're doing this show in the first place.
Yeah. And we were talking about that the other day, and I was just saying how, like, lots of these bands I've downloaded and I put their music on my phone and I'm listening to it and how excited I am because I love new music, but I don't really go out of my way to look into it until now. Certainly. And I was just like, man, I'm really happy that we're doing this and kind of finding these new bands and hopefully helping them get some exposure, but then also just like I'm happy I'm listening to new music, and sure. I found some really cool bands that I'm continuing to follow, and I'm glad to be a fan.
Yeah, and for all those lazy fucks out there that don't want to look into your own music and maybe don't even have the time to listen to our podcast, this is the perfect time for me to plug our playlist. So all of these songs go onto our Spotify playlist. All you have to do is search Hirst Brothers New Music Review, and all 27 songs will be on there. And just, I guarantee there's something on there that you're going to like. I don't know how long we've been doing this, but it feels like it's been a long time. So I think it's probably right that we go ahead and put an end to this show. Before we do go, though, I do want to say, Apricity, I want to give you the chance to plug your music, plug your socials. Where can people find you? Where can we listen to your stuff?
Definitely. Instagram, Facebook, Apricity Music. I'm on all the major platforms with the song All My Lives. And I have my second single that will be coming out end of this month, which is super exciting. My EP will come out early spring. So
Nice.
Watch for it, and I hope you enjoy it. And guys, thanks for having me. I almost feel like we're related now. We've spent so much time. We've spent so much time together tonight.
I know. It's been a journey. I'm super excited for your new releases. I'm excited for the new music. I have listened to All My Lives. That's why we couldn't have it on the show, because all of the songs have to be unheard by all of us. But maybe one of your upcoming songs, you can, if you're feeling like a couple of fish sticks, feel free to let us know. And why don't you let everybody know when are you going to have the Hirst Brothers feature on one of your songs? When's that happening?
I'm working on that. So I see a plan for that. Definitely in an eerie, creepy sort of way. It's coming together.
You're speaking to the 2 creepiest guys,
The creepiest creepers in all of Jeepers.
I definitely think I can see that happening soon, though. I think I got a spot for you guys. It'd be sort of like that Jeepers Creepers movie, but not.
Where'd you get them beepers?
Where'd you get them beepers?
Hey, so one question for you.
All right.
Yeah.
When is your EP coming out?
Oh, good question. We are it's one of those things that we don't want to launch until it's ready. So we're thinking a 4-song EP. Again, it's very hip hop influenced. So real music, real instrumentation, all played by Mark and myself. And then I do a lot of rapping on it. You might not suspect that, but
Wow.
I'm quite the rapper. No, I'm just kidding. Definitely not. But it's something I enjoy doing. Mark and I, every time we have a few too many beers, we always end up freestyling together. So
yeah.
It just turned out that we were like, let's make some rap music. Let's just let's rap a little bit. So yeah, EP, I would say if I had to guesstimate, we're probably looking at summer. We're probably looking at July. and we're in no rush. We want to film some music videos too. So, yeah, probably looking towards the summer, but we'll keep you posted for sure. Anytime you need some rapping on any of your tracks, just let me know. I'm down to spit a few bars.
Dark
Hey,
rap.
I'm looking forward to seeing this. So do you rap in the suit, or you got a different look for the rap?
We don't like to disclose our secrets.
Yeah. We have a lot of different looks. I mean, if you've seen our Instagram, that's what we're all about. The different looks, the different costumes. So yeah, hopefully we already know the one track is going to feature some suits for sure. So yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Stay tuned.
Cool, and I hope you'll launch some music videos soon too. I look forward to those.
Hope so
we
too.
got plans.
We just don't have a village like you do. We don't have a team of people. It's all us. So we'll have to try and find somebody to film whenever it's the two of us. Otherwise, I'll film Mark. He'll film me. But we're just really, really hoping that we can kind of have some normalcy back to life. Like, we would love to throw an actual jam party up at our cottage and have 20 people up, and then kind of film there where it looks like we're actually playing in front of a crowd instead of just, virtually or digitally. So we're hanging on for that moment, and we hope summer 2021 will bring us there, in which case we'll have a great video. Otherwise, we may just have to launch the EP first and then work on the videos, TBD.
No, let's keep our fingers crossed that this is a better year.
I can't wait. Anyways, so yeah, if you've made it this far into the podcast, once again, thank you so much for hanging in there. We love our fans. We love our listeners. We just found out today that we actually had a fan, so that's awesome. And thanks to Apricity. So to all, a good night. Take care.
Good night.
Thank you, Santa Claus.
Thank you so much.
Do all a good night. Oh, fuck. Cut that out.
Toodaloo. Hey, thanks again for listening to the show.